Hi, it's a wonderful day and welcome to Trisolace on our 36-acre farm in Aburi, or Pukrum to be precise. We are in between in Kunkrum and Pukrum. We have 36 acres with accessible water. So currently what we're doing is that whilst we're doing the snails on a large scale, because the snail is a long-term investment, we need something in between which will buffer our revenue, because now we're not building for any clients. So now we are focusing on our own farm on this 36 acres and building it massive so that we will have enough and not really rely on the outgrower scheme. So last time quite a few people were asking me about what is happening with outgrower schemes. What is happening with the outgrower scheme we're having is that one, Ghanaians are a bit skeptical about contracts, like signing contracts, following through contracts, and actually fulfilling the said contracts. They are not really big on that, because we've had clients whose snails and greenhouses have done excellent, but instead of them selling to us the snails, they rather sell outside. Not that our prices are not good, our prices are excellent, I can assure you. Just that because they now know where to sell it and who to sell to, because we gave them those information, we have become obsolete basically, and then they in turn want to go sell to other clients, which is okay, So at first, why we were running the outgrower scheme was that we were looking for land in and around Accra, and we're also looking for access to capital, and then we're looking for a place that was conducive, had the right temperature and had the right moisture content and humidity. So fortunate for us, after about 7 years of doing the snails research, and after about 3 years of intensive greenhouse campaign, this is where we are at now. We are 100% production company. We are no longer a service company, because we're not building for other clients. So whilst we're waiting, we also have other contracts for snails, which we have already. We also have for vegetables, especially pepper or habaneros or chilies. We have a contract sum of up to about 800,000 cedis every season, that if we are able to supply, we will get that amount. And then we also have a contract for grasscutter. So there's an entity that is a cooperative of one organization that have put themselves together, and they use quite a lot of grasscutter, and they use quite a lot of pepper and snails as well. So we said, sure, instead of focusing on export and other things, why don't we focus on local production? So as you see here, we have our tanks, we have all our setups, everything that we need basically. We have it done here, and so this is our nursery that we've made for the veggies. So this is just going to be our nursery for the pepper. We are currently doing about 5 acres of it, and you need about I think half a plot to do the nursery. So compost, so we're putting the humus or compost on, which I'll be applying very soon. So, and then we will rake it. We'll use our trusty rake to rake it all over, and then we'll commence. So these are our street lights. So in the evening, they are made of solar, so in the evening they light up, just like this one. They light up in the evening. This is our maze that we did earlier, and this is our structure for grasscutter and snails. So yeah, that is our big house there. These are our dog structures, our water irrigation equipment. So we have about 60,000 liters of water equipment, and this is the manure, and that's the accommodation unit. So we have 3 accommodation units, and this is our trusty chainsaw for cutting down a few stumps, roots and trees around. Mind you, we haven't cut any tree. We are only using this 5 acres for now, and then we'll, rather unfortunately, we have to cut down the palm tree in the middle here, but we are conserving quite a lot, so we are not cutting down rampantly or haphazardly anything that we don't need to cut. So even here that we cleared, we left some trees at the back that will not be affected by the exercise. So we are currently going to put together the setup, applying the humus or compost on it, and then we will see. Okay. So for context, this is a well broken down compost or manure that we are using, because if you use fresh, you have issues with the fresh because of the excessive heat it produces, you know. So this is well broken down. So what I was saying is that this is a well broken down compost. We don't want to use the fresh manure, which has a lot of heat. It generates a lot of heat because of the chemical reaction it goes through to break down the fecal matter. So here it is well broken down. It's been there for quite a long time, and then we're applying it as compost. So why we're going through the trouble of putting all this is that we want to minimize the use of fertilizers, especially the inorganic ones. So we are mostly using organic fertilizer, which this is close to as organic as you can get and less expensive. So because it's broken down for quite a while, we are sure that we have a higher percentage of organic matter content in there. So, and then we'll just rake it. So you first break it down, you crumble it apart, and then you use your rake to rake it. So you repeat the same process over and over, and then you have your field nicely done. So I'll show you the after part so that you see that. Okay.